My name is Amanda Bishop from Fawkes Cycles. I'm one of the directors of the company. We've been established since 2009, just as a mail order company. Previously, we also had a shop, so we ran both at the time, but the shop's now closed. We just concentrate on the mail order business. And we sell, obviously, as it says, cycle parts, bikes, helmets, lights, all that kind of thing. I am a cyclist. I am a former world champion cyclist, in fact. I was ladies world road race champion in 1982. Well, the GFS integration, once because we are just a mail order company, and the way the system has to work in the warehouse, and the fact that the GFS system was able to integrate with our website and basically our warehouse side, because it then produces all the labeling and everything. So that integration was great the way it was done, and it's really, really easy to use. GFS actually had a choice where instead of being able to individually pick and go, oh, well, we'll go with Parcel Force or we'll go with Royal Mail, the GFS system allows you to pick multiple. So within one integration, we could pick multiple platforms to send to if we wanted to, and as well as internationally, once we've got ourselves organised. Well, I suppose what we're always looking for is efficiency, for one thing. And of course, price is everything when you're running a mail order business. So it's the cost of us sending out goods. And so the other thing is, of course, if certain carriers say, for instance, there's price increases and things like that, I can then come back to our GFS manager and say, is there anything else you can offer me? And I don't have to change anything in the warehouse. They just say, oh yeah, this company does this at this price or this at this price. And price is a big thing as well as efficiency. So that's one of the easy things, because otherwise, every time you pick a new carrier, you would have to have a new integration onto your warehouse system, which is the last thing we need. We don't need disruption. Well, if people can choose it, or we tend to find if it's more expensive items, we send it on the next day service. We know it's reliable. 99.9% of the time it gets there next day. So that's pretty good. And then it's standard service for most stuff. Most people are quite happy to wait a few days, and so we send things on standard service. Oh, it's very important because so many people work, don't they, these days? So basically we offer standard delivery, next day delivery, and then we do click and collect delivery to a third party, which is very popular. A lot of people choose that because they know they're not going to be at home and they like the convenience. They can just go and pick it up when they get back from work. It's the ease of contact. I mean, as I said, I have an account manager, really easy. I email her and she gets back to me within 10 minutes. If there's any issues, as we had one yesterday actually, with the shipping labels suddenly decided they weren't going to work, came up with an error message, straight online onto the portal, IT support came on, and they immediately knew what it was, and it took them 10 minutes to sort it out. If I have any issues on my understanding, because I look after the shipping side for the business, if I need to do anything on checkout where I want to add something or take something off to do with rules, again, I have a direct contact with somebody and it's really easy to do. So from that side, we've had some fantastic support. Yeah, it's been great. Kind of starts to build in the spring. Summer's the peak time. And we just manage that again with the account manager, and especially you tend to find after bank holiday weekend, you get a surge, partly because of course we don't work over the bank holiday, and you can end up with a few days where, we might have to say, actually, we're going to have more product going out today. So we just manage this out as we go along. Yeah. Right, so we use the integration with our website is GFS checkout. So when a customer places an order, they get an option and the shipping box. That is where they select the shipping they want. Once the order comes through to the warehouse does the pick and packing, and then the system is integrated with the GFS selector, which produces a shipping label. And then once the order is dispatched, our customer services team can then use GFS Seeker if they have any queries, issues with parcels missing. Customers need to know tracking numbers, for instance, because occasionally customers don't put the right email address, don't get the tracking. So we go onto there and we can get that information for them and give them that. So that's what the customer services team use. So it's great. It's great for that. Well, we've been in discussions with our account manager because what we'd like to do is get back into doing international sales again, which was put on the back burner because of, as I mentioned earlier, because of Brexit. So that's ongoing conversation that we're having. And my understanding is that from the conversations I've had, I like the fact that you've got quite an integrated service, because obviously the issue with selling anything mail order is customers always want to send things back as well. So it needs to be a both-way service for us. So that's the discussions that have been happening. We're also expanding in the UK. We are growing each year, so that's good. We're also looking at setting up a return service with GFS, because that's something we don't currently have. Customers just send things back on their own. And again, it's about convenience, isn't it? Being able to drop a parcel off and say it's going to be sent back without them having to do a lot of work. So I'm looking forward to getting that sorted out.